What's up, Champions fam? It's Zeke 4-0, back on a brand new WWE Champions video. Now, the good old folks over at Scopely have gone ahead and posted a brand new community update on Champions' official blog and website. And a lot of the things that they were covering within this post have already gone into effect within the game. So, when you go to your Showdown shop now, not only are you going to be able to find the icons of WrestleMania Stipulation Tour promoter superstars, but you are also going to be able to find 5-star Hall of Fame tokens within the shop now moving forward, and you're going to have a greater chance at picking up Wolfpack Sting shards too. Now, this is pretty good because a lot of us were able to pick up the absolutely free Hall of Fame trickster Rowdy Roddy Piper, and some of us got lucky and picked up Hall of Fame striker Wendy Richter too. So if you want to keep on working on those units, now you have the opportunity to pick up some 5-star Hall of Fame tokens, let alone if you got lucky with the Mega Superstar loopholes and pulled some top tier Hall of Fame subcategory units. Now you can properly work on these characters by going to your Showdown shop and picking up some 5-star Hall of Fame tokens. So that is definitely game changing and going to be benefiting a lot of players' accounts going forward in the game. On top of that, now we are going to be able to use our IGC to pick up 4-star silver, 4-star gold, as well as 5-star silver tokens. You're going to have an opportunity to use your IGC to pick up these tokens in different quantity amounts. Plus, you're going to have solid shots at getting coins too. So no matter how you go about this, you're going to be walking out a winner, and you are going to be able to do a lot now moving forward when it comes to cash spending events. So IGC is back in full effect when it comes to utilizing your tokens and getting those up and getting your quantities up, because we already know with 5-star golds coming, tokens are going to be going down the drain easily. So another opportunity to pick up tokens, another way to move your account forward. You might as well benefit. But we got to talk about something that was highly interesting when it came to the stipulation tours this weekend. All right. There's a striker, John Cena, you can go up against. And no lie, this dude was slippery as I don't know what. But look at these stats here, okay? All color gems damage plus 90%. All color move damage 90%. Then you got all colors finisher damage plus 90%. Move dodge plus 80. Gem dodge plus 80. Gem crit damage plus 80. It goes on and on. But this was absolutely asinine. You want to get people to rage quit? Please, Scopely, don't do this again. Literally, I was trying my hardest to get my gems down on the board to get my points so I could win. He was dodging everything. Did my gem matches? Dodge. Did my moves? Dodged. It was absolutely ludicrous. So yeah, this is some next level stuff here. This is some type of in-game content that literally only the best whales could deal with this type of scenario here. But wow, this one what came out of left field, and this was just a highly frustrating match trying to get my coins up, trying to get my points for stipulations. But literal surprise that I, for one, did not enjoy. But let me know your thoughts if you partook in this experience. But that plus 80 for move and gem dodge, absolutely ludicrous and hitting like a freaking truck. It was insane, but it is what it is. Let me know your thoughts if you participated in this endeavor trying to get your stipulation scenario taken care of this past weekend. But nonetheless, with this brand new update that came in, a lot of good things that are going to benefit a lot of players. But we have to discuss something that was a huge utter disappointment, and that is the Showdown tournament that went down this past weekend, y'all. By now, it's already concluded, but let's be real. This was hands down one of the worst scenarios since the Zombie Reigns situation a while back. This was absolutely horrendous. in a plethora of ways. First off, a lot of players were having issues finding opponents. They'd get lucky, get one, or they'd end up going up against opponents that they had no chance of beating. Then there was the scenario of the constant rinse and repeat of trying to find an available opponent. Then there were errors in matches where people would go in, they would win, and then come back out, come to find out that their characters were dead or it didn't count. It was just a bad look all the way around to the milestones. Like, let's be real now. For the solo contest, the gap between the final two milestones is absolutely asinine. Now, granted, if you put in a lot of work, you did your 250 matches and you spent some loot coins, you could probably, fill that gap a little bit and might reach another milestone. But when it came to the solo contest, that was a huge letdown. Depending on your faction, the faction contest could have been a hit or miss. The limited time tours, I feel that the requirements were reasonable. I mean, a lot of people have been pulling Lana left and right. Some people have gotten lucky with chase champions like NWO Big Show and Apex Predator Randy. And everyone has variations of those characters alongside John Cena. So there were solid opportunities to pick up some free shards for Bobby Lashley as well as get points towards the contest. But ultimately, this was a huge letdown of a showdown. And then the griminess that was at hand near the end of everything, with champions and Scopely literally selling points, selling wins, so people could get more points towards the solo contest. That was absolutely asinine and a slap to the face of all those who put in the work to get things done for this contest. In my mind, Bobby Lashley is easily a top 10, top 5 unit, but at the same time, he could have been a lot faster. And I feel again with his spirit, it bothers me that it's just damage and it doesn't have an additional benefit towards his arsenal. But at the end of the day, he is a solid unit. I do have to say that when I look at his model, they could have done a lot better with him. Like the scar on his face, having him far more sculpted instead of bulky and clunky looking. They could have done a lot better with his overall model and his kit, but he's still definitely a top 5 powerhouse and a dominant unit all the way around. But how things went with this showdown weekend was just a huge, huge disappointment, man. Selling points at the end was not the way to go. All the ludicrous offers on the portal and in the shop, it was just crazy. Having the difficulty of finding an available match, let alone maintaining your notoriety if you had the opportunity to do so. Clearing milestones within the solo and faction contests were far in between. The limited time tours, reasonable depending on how you go about things, but at the end of the day, a lot of the rewards and efforts, especially with the equal odds bag, like, come on now, grinding and busting your butt only to walk away with 800 striker Bray shards. They should have had rare superstars within that bag and no shards, just cards. That's just me personally. And, the amount of points that counted towards the milestones from Showdown coins was absolutely ludicrous as well. So I hope that Champions bounces back, but this was a piss poor experience for not only but I feel a lot of people within the community, and it's just killing Showdown even more and more slowly, and it's a sad sight to see and witness, and I pray that things turn around for the better. But Bobby Lashley's introduction was a huge letdown compared to Drew's. It definitely feels like we're getting punished, like, hey, so many people walked away with Drew last weekend. Oh, we got to turn things around this weekend. Now, I have seen people get lucky and pull Bobby for free, and that's dope. But at the same time, it's nothing compared to when Tech Drew drops. So hopefully things turn around for the better. But I'm glad Bobby's in the game, but he could have gotten a lot more love. But he's definitely a top tier unit to say the least. But a lot of improvements, and maybe he gets some updates later down the line. They've done it with other superstars, so it's definitely possible for mega superstars to get a good look later on down the line, especially older units. So it is what it is. Now, following that, we do have the Icons of WrestleMania subcategory about to be completely filled out. Okay, we got 7 superstars in the beginning for the stipulation tour promoter. characters alongside Stone Cold Steve Austin. The first of 6 in total Showdown promoter characters. Now, he was introduced alongside the 6 Stipulation Tour promoters, but then we got the other 5, and now we're about to finish things out with the final 6. Now, the first 7 characters were introduced properly on the blog. Then we got the other 5 characters introduced on YouTube through our content creators, and shout out to the Siski Goldie for doing the thing on Icons of WrestleMania Striker Big Show, because due to him in AEW, the Brosies couldn't really do anything and touch him, so it's understandable. But hopefully, maybe possibly they might not be able to mention his name, but maybe we get a 5-star gameplay video for him. But if not, you're just gonna have to figure it out on your own and check out Goldie's video where she covers all of his movesets. So we're going to go with that. But the final 6 are going to be introduced on WWE Champions official forum, and that is going to be going down tomorrow. At least that's what it's slated for. So that's going to be interesting to see. And who do you think the final 6 are going to be? It's definitely going to be interesting to see all 18 available. Now, the Stipulation Tour superstars, they can be purchased from the Showdown shop. Then the Showdown promoters, if I recall correctly, they can be purchased from the Faction shop, and then we're going to find out where we're going to be able to acquire the Feud promoters once they are released on the forum. So definitely going to be an interesting scenario. So again, Stipulation Tour superstars are found in the Showdown shop. Showdown promoters are found in the Faction shop, and we will then find out where we can pick up the Feud promoters once they are available on the forum with all their proper information. But this Showdown was a huge letdown. Let me know your thoughts and your experiences from this past weekend's endeavors. But selling points at the end was just cruel, like a true heel face move that only Vince McMahon himself would be proud of. Just a horrible way to go for money. When it came to the Mega Superstar loot, it was solid, but RNG's RNG. I've seen some people pick up Bobby. Kudos to everyone who was able to get him. He is a very good unit. I just feel that they could have done a lot more with him, and maybe they can improve him later on. It's just sad to see how things went with the final milestone gaps. That was ludicrous. The limited time tours were okay depending on where you had your superstars. Trickster Big Show was a freebie. Tech Orton is someone that you can pick up a 4-star fuse from free to play pools. So it's hit and miss depending. You got a lot of Cena's absolutely free to use, and when it comes to the women's division, you could have gotten mad lucky too with your pulls and RNG, of course. So all the limited time tours and getting additional shards and points for the contest and the shards for Lashley, that was a good look. But inevitably, with all the issues of trying to find opponents, the glitches and errors when it came to matches, then with the whole point selling at the end of the contest, it was just a bad all the way around experience. And 250 matches, that's like 8+ hours of grinding on this game during Easter weekend. Not a good look on Scopely's side. Not a good look at all. But hopefully things look better as we press on into a new week. Faction Feud coming up for sure. Hoping and praying Cedric Alexander comes into the game. But with Mickey James and Tech Drew coming out during this month, I'm up for anything. I wouldn't be surprised if we get somebody else from a random era, maybe a brand new reality character, or somebody else that we least expected, maybe Bianca Belair. The possibilities are endless right now, but I am still happy to say that Bobby is in the game. Just an unfortunate contest debut, and all the way around poor execution by the good old folks over at Scopely. They dropped it horrendously this time around. But they can always bounce back. But y'all let me know your thoughts about this brand new community update. What were your thoughts about the stipulation tour scenario with Cena with that dodge for gem and moves? Utterly crazy, utterly crazy. But that showdown was a huge letdown, and it's only killing a game mode that everybody once loved. And even when it came to the rewards that you got for milestones, they were, depending on who you are, they might have been worth it. Others, not so much. Hit and a miss for sure. Could have been a lot better, but it is what it is. But at last, hey yo, bad times don't last, but champions do. Mad love always and forevermore to each and every single one of you on my beloved hashtag champions fam. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to receive all future notifications from yours truly, the bad guy of WWE Champions, Zeke 4-0. And until next time, let's chop it up within the comments below. But what was your Lash-Out Showdown tournament weekend experience? What are your thoughts on the latest community update, the IGC usage to pick up different tokens as well as coins, 4-star silver, 4-star gold, 5-star silver tokens now able to be purchased, the acquirement of 5-star Hall of Fame tokens from the Showdown shop alongside stipulation tour superstar shards. And when it comes to the final 6 icons of WrestleMania, feud promoters of this latest subcategory of champions, who do you think the final 6 are going to be? A lot of big names can fill in these blanks, and we can see a whole new world of characters brought through this subcategory alone, let alone the others that we have established and ones to come in the future. But who do you think the final 6 are? What was your showdown weekend experience? What are your thoughts on the latest community updates? And how are you faring? What are your thoughts on the marquee beta, the all-star beta? Talk about that. Let's chop it up. And until next time, y'all, stay tuned.